In a cramped one-room home near the railway tracks of Indore lived Hannah Khan, a teenage girl with a dream that touched the skies. Her dream was simple but enormous. She wanted to become a doctor, not just for money or fame, but to save lives, to prevent others from going through what her family had faced. Her father, Mr. Yusuf Khan, had been battling lung cancer for nearly 2 years. Once a skilled tailor, he had lost his job due to his declining health. The treatments were expensive, relentless, and cruel. Medicines consumed their savings. Chemotherapy drained the little strength he had left. Hannah watched her hero wither away, and yet she never let her hope die. Every morning, before the sun rose, Hannah and her mother would sit on the cold floor, surrounded by baskets of fresh flowers, camellia, marigold, and roses. They'd weave gujras and garlands with practiced fingers, their hands moving fast. By 7 a.m., they'd be at the roadside signal, politely offering the flowers to passers-by. Some smiled and bought them. Others ignored or insulted them. "You're wasting your time, girl," one man once sneered. "Go sweep a floor somewhere. Doctors don't come from flower baskets." Hannah lowered her eyes but said nothing. She didn't have to explain herself. Her dream wasn't up for debate. Book's the student who refused to quit. After selling flowers, Hannah would rush home, quickly change into her faded uniform, and walk 3 kilometers to her government school. Her shoes were worn out, her bag patched in 3 places, but her heart was rich with determination. Despite everything, she remained top of her class. One cold January night, as the sky rumbled and rain hit their tin roof, Hannah's father struggled to breathe. They rushed him to the government hospital, again. This time, the doctors looked at her mother with quiet eyes. Nothing could be done. By morning, he was gone. No cries came from Hannah at first. She sat still, staring at the white sheet that now covered her world. Her hands were clenched. Her dreams felt like they were slipping from her fingers. But that night, alone in the dark, she clutched her papa's old handkerchief and whispered, "Papa, I promise, I will become a doctor. No matter how long, how hard, how painful the road is, I will walk it." With her father gone, everything became harder. The money was less. The pain was more. The street felt colder. People became ruder. Her mother cried silently at night, but worked like a machine during the day. Hannah didn't just continue selling flowers, she took on extra responsibilities. Tutoring 2 neighborhood kids for 300 Indian rupees a month. Managing her younger brother's studies. And still she studied, late into the night, using a cracked emergency lamp. There were days she didn't eat. Days when she fainted from exhaustion, but stood up again. Because quitting wasn't an option. One morning, her science teacher, Mississippi Karina, called her after class. "Hannah," he said gently, "you have something special. I've registered you for the government scholarship. Fill out the NED exam form. We'll get you coaching material too." She was stunned. She had almost given up the idea of affording NET. But now the spark returned. For months, she woke at 4 a.m., studied before flower selling, studied between sales, and studied again after dinner. Her papa's handkerchief was always tied around her wrist during mock tests, for strength. Chart increasing the result that changed everything. The day the NED results came out, Hannah was too nervous to check it herself. Her friends screamed from the computer lab. "Hannah, you did it! Government rank. Scholarship confirmed." Her legs gave way. She sat on the ground, eyes wide. Her mother dropped the garland she was stitching and ran to hug her. "Your papa's prayer didn't go unanswered," she whispered. Medical college wasn't easy. Most of her batchmates came from well-off families. They carried expensive phones, wore branded coats. But Hannah walked quietly in her second-hand shoes, carrying a bag full of handwritten notes and a hunger to learn. She stood out, not because of style but because of heart. She topped her first year, then her second. By final year, she was known for her dedication, her empathy, and her quiet brilliance. Every patient she treated during internships reminded her of her father. Every pain she saw, every tear she wiped, was like healing a part of herself. At 24, Hannah completed her MBBS. Most of her friends went abroad or joined private hospitals. But she had a different plan. With the help of government grants, donors, and medical NGOs, Hannah worked tirelessly for a year to build something she had dreamed of since the day her papa died. In a quiet corner of Indore, a white building with clean tiles, bright windows, and blue signs finally opened its doors. On the board, written in English and Urdu, were the words, Khan Cancer Care, free treatment for the needy. Founded by Dr. Hannah Khan, in loving memory of her father, Mr. Yusuf Khan. Inside, there was no VIP line. No extra fee. Just hope, care, and compassion for the people who needed it. Hannah placed a garland of jasmine on a framed photo of her father in the hospital's entrance. "Papa," she whispered, "this is for you. No one will lose their father just because they can't afford treatment ever again." Her mother stood beside her, tears in her eyes, but pride in her heart. Lightbulb moral of the story: never lose hope. Your pain can be your power. Even the smallest flower can bloom into a garden of change.